What's going on, guys? This is the Red Rogue, and today I'll be giving you guys a quick overview at a new system that is being introduced in the first rating tier of Shadowlands. Tokens you can redeem for weapons or offhands. There is still a lot to learn about this feature, but I'll do my best to inform you charming folks today of what we know so far. So, let's begin. So, for those of you who raided in virtually any expansion prior to Battle for Azeroth, you'll probably remember tier sets. These were tokens that dropped from specific raid bosses that could either be opened by the player or redeemed at a vendor depending on the expansion. Each tier token was for a specific piece of armor, and each raid tier would have set bonuses you would receive for wearing multiple pieces of that same set. On each tier token, there would be a grouping of classes that could open each one, such as Conqueror, Protector, or Vanquisher. Well, this weapon token system is inspired from that same process. However, we have moved away from the old Conqueror, Vanquisher, and Protector groupings from tier tokens. Instead, we have Anima spherules for weapons and Anima beads for offhands and shields. They have some, interesting name choices, at least for now. Granted, this is still a very new system to the beta, so these groupings and names could change in the future. As of now, the list for weapon Anima spherules and their associated classes are the following. Abominable spherules are shared by Death Knights, Demon Hunters, and Warlocks. Mystic spherules are shared by Druids, Hunters, and Mages. Venerated Anima spherules are shared by Paladins, Priests, and Shamans. And lastly, Zenith Anima spheres cover Monks, Rogues, and Warriors. For Anima beads, aka the shield and offhand token, you'll have two different types. Apogee Anima beads, which covers Monks, Paladins, Priests, and Warriors, and Thaumaturgic Anima beads, which include Druids, Mages, Shamans, and Warlocks. Currently, after poking around multiple covenants, it seems the only vendors for these weapon and offhand tokens are located in Sinfall, the Venthyr Covenant Sanctum. Being such a new system, it is unsure exactly how this will work entirely, though I do have some speculations. I anticipate there will be vendors for each covenant. However, I've seen people question if this means the weapon appearances will change due to your covenant. I find that pretty unlikely, as it makes more sense for them to be Venthyr-looking weapons since we're kind of attacking Castle Nathria, Sire Denathrius' seat of power in Revendreth, aka where the Venthyr are from, so regardless, I imagine the weapons and offhands will be the same for everyone. There have also already been data-mined Night Fae raid weapons, meaning I anticipate almost every zone will have a raid take place there so that there is a full spread of different looking, covenant kinda looking weapons without having to be locked into a specific covenant. Again, just speculation. For all I know, they'll give us all new weapon models for each covenant for each raid, but I really doubt that. That, and it would seem kinda silly in my opinion to force everyone of a specific covenant to have to use only covenant-specific looking gear. I mean, I entirely understand the cosmetic appearance associated with working with your covenant, but raid gear too, highly unlikely in my opinion. And that's also way more work for the art team, which I really doubt they would do. As there are only two known vendors for these weapon and offhands at the moment, I'll show you folks exactly who they are and where they are. Stoneweaver McConnell is the one who will carry all of the spherules, which are the weapon tokens. Solivane, on the other hand, is the one who will carry the offhands and shields, which you redeem for an Anima bead to receive. However, as a rogue, they both just show the weapons to me, and also the other thing is, being that this is inside of the Sanctum of Sinfall, it means you can't even reach these vendors unless you are part of the Venthyr. So yeah, there will definitely have to be either new vendors for each covenant, or they'll have to move these vendors to somewhere everyone can reach. Unfortunately, in my raid testing this week, I was unable to acquire any of the Anima spherules to test if they were tradable or not, as none of the three bosses had a Zenith Anima spherule on their loot table, which is the one that rogues used. The data-mined versions of these spherules on Wowhead do show they have an item level associated with them, so I imagine that they will not be tradable if you do not have a higher or equivalent item already equipped. Again, this is just some speculation on my part, but that seems pretty likely to me. This video is a bit shorter than normal since there is still a lot of unknown variables with this weapon token system, but I hope you enjoyed this little peek into what they're working on currently. I'm curious how well this system will pan out, as well as the little nuances such as where the vendors will be and if they're able to be traded or not. If you liked this sort of video, let me know in the comments below, or maybe leave a like so I have a better idea of what content you're interested in. If you're new around to my little corner of the YouTube universe, I'd like to welcome you to check out the rest of the channel. I do new uploads every weekday about a variety of WoW content, with a good portion of rogue-specific stuff for you sneaky boys out there. As always, I give my immense appreciation to all my regular viewers, subscribers, and especially my patrons, who all help make these Shiba Shenanigans possible. Thank you all so much for watching. This is the Red Rogue, and I'll see you guys around.